our Native American brothers, they kind of push the Bible away because they think what? Oh, well, the white man came over here and used that book to conquer them, right? But that's actually our history book right there. They actually stole our records and then retaught religion to us. They taught religion to us. All these man-made religions right here. You got the Baptists, the Mormons, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witness, Pentecostal. All these is man-made religions by the same people that conquered us. All these religions, they have nothing to do with the Bible. You see that? Because guess what? If you look at the conditions of the Native Americans in America right now, how they doing? Huh? It's struggle, right? But this land used to be yours, right? Check this out. I want to show you something. Get me Deuteronomy 28 real quick. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and give me, 33? 32. 33.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
It said the fruit of thy land and the fruit of your labors shall another nation which you don't know, they gonna eat it all up. So like for example, right? You got the fields, you got wood, you got water. All these is natural resources that belong to your people because y'all was here first, right? So guess what? Now, who controls like the farming companies? You know what I'm saying? Who controls the import and exports of produce? You know what I'm saying? Well, who controls how what we do with like the wood and things like that? You know what I'm saying? You can't just go into a forest and cut down some trees and build your own house. You know what I'm saying? Like your forefathers did. Now, guess what? Now you got to go to Home Depot, get some plywood, this tax by, you know what I'm saying? Did we do that? Is that our people doing that? Who's doing that? That's the same people that's doing that is the same people that came over here and conquered this land, right? But who they conquer it from? They conquered it from our people. Give me Lamentations 5 real quick, all right? I'm going to show you some things in the Bible, and the question I have for y'all out here is, what other nation of people did that happen to besides the so-called Hispanic, besides the so-called Native American, besides the so-called black man? Give me Lamentations, read.
Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 2. Our inheritance is...
Start at 1.
Verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us.
So that's the Israelites speaking. It said, remember, O Lord, what came upon us. Because according to the Bible, we are the Israelites. All right? We're the children of the book. Go ahead.
Consider and behold our reproach.
It said, consider and behold our reproach. Consider the things that we're going through. Consider the hardships that we got going on in our communities. You know what I'm saying? It ain't happening to nobody else. Read.
Our inheritance?
Sis, my bro right here, y'all know what an inheritance is? What's an inheritance? Something that you get from your family, right? Something that's passed down, right, throughout generations, right? For example, guess what should be y'all inheritance? This land.
Right.
This land, right? It said our inheritance, read.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
It says our inheritance, that thing that my forefathers should have passed down to me, is now in the hands of strangers. You know who that stranger is? Huh? The world. Well, I'm talking about a group of people. What nation of people control this land? There you go. Who conquered this land from y'all? You see what I'm saying? So it said, read it again.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Read.
Our houses.
Our houses, because guess what? This land was y'all home first.
Right.
This was y'all home first. But it said our houses to who?
To aliens.
Hey, who gets called illegal aliens today?
Bring it out.
You see what I'm saying? But who's the real alien? Them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now guess what? Sis, you say you native, right? You think the natives know that's written in there? Do you think the native, like you got like the indigenous people that live like on the reservations and stuff that reject the Bible, they think it has nothing to do with them, they think that this was used to conquer us? Do you think they know that that's written in there? No. You see that? It's identifying who the real alien is. It's identifying who the real stranger is.
Right.
It's identifying that, it's letting us know that this land was taken from you. And our people is crying out to God. Keep going.
We are orphans.
It says we're orphans. You know why I say we orphans? Where's that sign at? Actually, this will work right here. Hey, take a look at this right here. Take a look at this. Y'all see this? Come close. I know y'all, doing the phone thing, but we ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Look, you see what's going on right here?
Yeah.
Where's that one? This one right here. What's going on right here?
Black on top with the white man on the side.
Yeah, but what's taking place? Take a look. Take a look, sis.
The baby.
Uh-huh. You know what this is? This is an auction block. They're being sold. They're being sold. The mother is being sold to another people, to another family. The daughter is about to be sold to another family. Guess what that does? That breaks up the family. What does that make that child? Read it.
We are orphans.
An orphan. An orphan. Okay? That's what was going on with our people. We was getting separated from our parents. Kids was getting separated. Right. You see that? And we know who our parents was. That's the case nowadays. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we say, oh, that's a long time ago. That don't apply to today. But guess what? You ask 20 black folks who their dad is. I guarantee damn near about 15 of them gonna say shh. You see what I'm saying? That's the case. That's what's going on in our community. You see what I'm saying? And that was going on back then when we were sold into slavery. You see that? Keep reading.
We are orphans and fatherless.
Uh-huh.
Our mothers are as widows.
It says our mothers are as widows. You know why it says our orphans are as widows? Because take a look at this. Take a look at this, sis. You see this right here? They're hanging, but look a little closer. What else is going on? They're hanging, but what's under them? They're being burnt. And hey, look, they're being, that's a slow burn. That's a slow burn. That's torture. You know who they was doing that to? Yes, us, but when you say all of us, who you talking about? Huh? Our people, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's who they was doing it to.
Right.
You see that? That's what God said what happened to the Israelites for disobeying him.
Bring it out, huh?
You see that? That's why we're in the condition that we're in today.
Right.
Because we've been stripped of our true nationality. We've been stripped of our true identity. We've been stripped of our true culture. And with these illustrations that you see on the sign, that was the beginning of that. Because prior to that, we knew who we were. Nowadays, we don't know who we are. Like, for example, you said native, right? What's your nationality, bro? Hispanic? I'm glad you said. You know why? Guess what? What does Hispanic mean? Hispanic means property of Spain. Property of Spain. Listen, if you own me, if I am your property, right? What am I to you? A slave. A slave. Bro, where's that picture? Show me that. Let me see that picture again. No, the other one. This one right here. Isn't that what's taking place right here? Isn't this pictures or illustrations of slavery right here?
Bring it out.
A lot of times our people think that only happened to black people. But you got a name that you identify with a name that literally means slave. You don't think that your people went into slavery? Exactly. We went. You know what? Because guess what? God said those things would happen to the Israelites. Can you think of any white people that happened to? Can you think of any Arabs that happened to? Can you think of any Chinese that happened to? I want to show you something. Give me, is that in on Lamentations? Keep reading. I'm going to show you something about that. Read.
We have drunken our water for money.
It said we drunk our water for money. Like I said, ain't water a natural resource? Shouldn't this land belong to you?
Right.
Shouldn't you be able to go to whatever lake on this land and get whatever water you want? What happens if you don't pay the water bill at your house? It gets turned off. Who got to, is a Hispanic doing that? Is a Native American doing that? No. You see that? Is that it? Keep reading.
Our wood is sold unto us.
Our wood is sold unto us. Now you got to pay rent. Right. You see what I'm saying? Now you got a mortgage. You got to take a loan from the bank. And we don't own the bank. You see that? Now our Hispanic brothers post outside of Home Depot trying to do some work with the wood instead of, using that wood to build up their own community. Right. You see what I'm saying? Go to Daniel 9.
Bring it out.
Because the question I asked you just a few minutes ago was, did that happen to the white man, the Arab, the Chinese? It ain't happening to them. You know that, right? You know the fact that only happened to our people is a key identifier to let us know who we are? Did you know that, sis? Check this out. Read.
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
So check this out. This scripture right here is actually giving a little bit of the reason why we're in this situation. It said, yet all Israel has transgressed thy law. So, sis, you said you was Native American. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Gad, all right? That's what God calls you, an Israelite from the tribe of Gad. You said Hispanic. When you say Hispanic, bro, what, Mexican, Native, Mexican? Okay. So according to the Bible, the Mexicans, they're Israelites from the tribe of Issachar, right here. You see that? Issachar. That's what God calls you, all right? So it said that all Israel has transgressed thy law, meaning we broke God's laws. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to live and abide by, and if we kept them, he would set us above all nations. But our forefathers went off, they broke the commandments, and curses fell upon us. Like we just read it, we read a curse. The first scripture I read was one of the curses that came upon our people, right? Keep reading.
Even by departing.
Even by departing. We've departed from God. We've departed from our heritage, our culture, our nationality. Read.
That they might not obey thy voice.
Now we don't obey God. Everything we do on a daily basis is in direct contradiction to what God says. Right. You okay? Keep reading. Therefore, so because of that, read.
The curse is poured upon us.
Now the curse is poured upon us. The way we live on a day-to-day basis, those examples that I gave y'all as far as going into these stores and buying natural things that you should be able to go and get freely in a land that belongs to you, the fact that you can't do that, that's a curse. Keep reading.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
So we sin against God. Sin is breaking the commandments. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into some of those commandments, so stick around. I know y'all, but stick around. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to take long. Read.
And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us.
So he have confirmed his words. You know how he confirmed his words? Because we living in it. The fact that you identify as Hispanic, the fact that you identify as Native American, guess what? That's confirmation that we under the curses.
Right.
Keep reading.
Sir. Bringing upon us a great evil.
So guess what? The things that happen to us, because gang banging, that's prevalent in our community, ain't it? Drug dealing, you hear the sister over here screaming her lungs out every 10 minutes. Right. That's prevalent in our communities. You see what I'm saying? That's a great evil. God calls that a great evil. Keep reading.
For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
Read that part again.
For under the whole heaven.
So out of everything that's ever been done under the heavens, meaning on this planet, out of everything that's ever been done, all the evil that's ever been committed in this world, nothing has been worse, read,
hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
Nothing is worse than the things that's happened to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Hey, bro, Hey, bro, Joshua, real quick, bro, what's your nationality?
Black.
Black, come around. Because, hey, what we just went into, right? The things that we go through, I'm talking about black, and it's all praises because guess what? You black, he said he was Hispanic, she said she was Native American. That's exactly who we're trying to reach.
That's right.
We trying to reach the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and it consists of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Hey, what color is Jesus, bro? What do you know?
I thought he was white.
You thought he was white, so if you think he's white, do you think the Bible's a white man's book? Because you only learn about Jesus in the Bible, right? Yeah. Hey, what color is Jesus? Let me see that. Hey, okay, you can say he could be any color, but growing up, these pictures probably look familiar, right? Okay, now guess what? The Bible is the only source that you can go to really learn about Jesus. What he taught, how he grew up, who his mother and father were, his brothers. You see what I'm saying? The Bible is the only book where you learn about Jesus. So if that's the only book where you learn about Jesus, guess where we should go to begin to research what he may have looked like?
Teach.
The Bible.
Right.
The Bible. So let's get it out there. Hey, what's going on, bro? I seen you. You was at the other spot. You know, so all right. So check this out. We gonna read about what Jesus looks like. Because guess what? If I say black and brown people, doesn't that consist of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? That image that we grew up seeing, does that fit the characteristics of black and brown? No, it don't. That white hair, the white skin, blue-eyed, long straight hair, right. Man, that don't fit the characteristics of the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American.
Right.
So let's read out the Bible to see if the characteristics of Christ match the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American.
Right.
Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So y'all know what the word revelation means? Bro, Joshua, you know what revelation means? Hey, bro. Hey, sis. Hey, what does revelation mean? Y'all know the root word in revelation is reveal. If I reveal something to you, what am I doing, Joshua? I'm showing you.
Right.
I'm showing you. So what is this? The revealing of who?
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The revealing of Jesus Christ. The revealing of Jesus Christ. Let's jump to 14. Let's get there. Let's reveal what he looks like. Go ahead.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So the hairs on his head, the hairs on his face was white like wool. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. So the color of his hair was white. The texture of his hair was like wool. The texture is talking about the way something feels, right? You understand that, Brother Joshua? Yeah. Texture's going into the feeling of something. Hey, y'all know what wool is? Brother Joshua, what's wool?
It's like a type of material.
It's a type of, huh? Sheep's cloth. And so it comes from a sheep, right? Wool comes from a sheep. Do sheep have, let me see this. Do sheep have long, straight hair like this? Sheep got hair long, straight, and stringy? They got real thick, curly hair. Real thick, curly hair. Let me see that other one. Let me see that other one. I'll try it. Let me see. Open it all the way. It's not open all the way. Not the sign. So look. What about this? You see his hair? Do sheep got hair like that? Sheep got hair like that. The Bible said Jesus got hair like that. Come on, keep reading.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
It says, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. The white parts of his eyes was red. You know why? Because Jesus Christ drank wine in moderation. You ever heard about Jesus Christ's first miracle? At the wedding feast, he turned water into wine. You heard that before, right? You don't think, what you think, he just turning water into wine and not drinking it? He ain't get drunk. It's a sin to get drunk, but it ain't nothing wrong with drinking wine in moderation. You see what I'm saying? There's a scripture in Genesis that said that his eyes would be red with wine. That's a prophecy about Jesus Christ. Keep reading.
And his feet.
Now, his feet. I got a question for you. I got a question for y'all. Like, where Brother Joshua done peeled up, man. I got a question. Does your feet match the rest of your body as far as complexion? No? Whoa, okay, wait, your feet. You were like, okay. I knew that's where he was going, right? Because so basically what you're saying is your feet is lighter than your face because your feet don't get as much sun, socks, shoes, and all that, right? Let's apply that same thought process to Jesus Christ's feet for a second. All right? Let's just apply that same thought process to Jesus Christ. If your feet don't get as much sun as your face, what's darker? Your face. The same should apply to Jesus Christ, right? Okay, keep reading.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
You know what color brass is? Huh? A beige, okay. And beige is what comes from what color? Okay, gold, but where does gold come from? Those are, huh? Brown. Gold, brass, beige, all those are derivatives of brown. So it said that Jesus Christ's feet is a brown color, right? Keep reading.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned.
As if they what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, his word, his word, his word.